Thank you, President. Thank you, SG. We're going to do one last round of questions. I think the President and officials have given quite a comprehensive response. So I have you at number 1 with the cream and blue shirt. Number 2 here in the front. Number 3 again over there. Number 4. And then number 5 there at the back. I haven't hit. Number 6. And then we can round up. So we got 6 questions. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, my name is Eric Nagi from the Citizen newspaper. You said that when one of the parties come to you, they have to come with a clear agenda or clear program on land reform. Can you elaborate on that? Because I want to know what are the details around what you expect them to do. Thank you.
Mr. Malema, this is Khalpa Palaitile. I work for Jacaranda FM News. I just want to find out from you, I mean, there's quite a lot of speculation about why we have a low voter turnout. I heard what you said about the president and inspiration and excitement. Don't you think, though, that all political parties must take some sort of responsibility for the fact that South Africans do not trust the democratic system and the electoral system itself? Don't you think that political parties should take some responsibility for the fact that South Africans are not excited to go to the polls? It surely cannot be the president alone if there are alternatives to that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Norman Masungwini from City Press. If there's one thing that you learned from this election, what is it, and how do you hope to correct it moving forward to the national election in 2024? Thank you.
Thank you. The name is Bunga Alua from Newsroom Africa. The first one is actually a rider to the question that was asked by Eric. Your choice of words, you said you're willing to work with anyone who supports land redistribution, and you do not use the words land expropriation without compensation. Does that then mean that support for land expropriation without compensation is not a prerequisite to the EFF entering into negotiations with any party? And in talking about parties, I want to mention 2 parties, the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. Now, those are 2 parties that have explicitly said that they are not willing to work with the EFF. I would like to understand your attitude towards them and coalitions with them. And then lastly, the EFF, obviously, as you've pointed out, is growing in certain areas, but it has declined in Limpopo, and also it has flatlined in Gauteng. I'm sure you must be concerned about that. What do you think you have done wrong in those areas, and what do you attribute this to? Thank you.
Afternoon, Mr. Malema. Paige Muller here with Times Live. I actually thought that your approach to coalitions was very respectable. I'm just wondering if you don't take a more, I'm back here, you can't really see me, but I'm here. If you don't take a more active approach to forming coalitions, will your voters not be a little bit disappointed if you're not available for them to actually start managing some of the municipalities, say you're not being approached? That being said, all of the reasons you gave, very admirable, and I understand them completely. I'm just wondering maybe if your voters wouldn't be a little bit disappointed that you weren't more active in the governance itself.
It's me again. Internally, Mr. Malema, what becomes consequence management in terms of, I remember you spoke about a threshold of branch leaders. I can't remember whether it was 500 or 1,000 that they must prove that these are the voters they are bringing to the fore. Those who didn't meet those thresholds, what happens to them now going forward? Also, don't you think that maybe the EFF is not catching fire as fast as others would like to see it catching fire because of it being built around your image? And what is the strategy of the EFF to profile leaders at a local level such that they are at a level of being seen to be leaders in their own right, not just you as Mr. Malema? And also the issue of EFF winning at campuses and then that not translating into, for instance, a municipality where all these campuses are located. What do you think is the disjuncture there? That you win at campuses, I mean, it's a clean sweep now, you control almost every campus, but in those same municipalities, the numbers are not reflecting what is reflected at the university level. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to give you one more chance and then we're closing. Go, Xoli.
Thank you very much. Xoli Mgambi again from Newsroom Africa. Riding on the question that was asked a little earlier about your campaign even receiving raving reviews from people who deal with PR matters, there's no doubt that your message clearly resonated. So again, going back to my initial question, is there something about the EFF that South Africans simply do not trust? And perhaps the reason why you are not being put in government? Thank you.
Thank you, President.
Thank you very much, Xoli. You see, the problem is that you are becoming impatient, and not necessarily you. All of you. You're becoming impatient. It's not done. It will actually be a stupid move for South Africans to just see a party and just vote for it immediately. It's not done. You are being impatient. We are building a political party which is going to be an alternative to the ANC ground up. The people of Guyana who vote for the ANC, 85%, they're not going to wake up the following day and just change their minds like that. No. The EFF will have to earn it. And the EFF is earning it. Because the EFF is doing well. If you want to invite us into politics of quickie arrangement, we don't want that. We want longevity. We want to build a party. We're not here to have popcorns. No, we're not here to have popcorns. So we're growing here a very solid revolutionary organization that finds its tractions even in the continent. So you can't just say in 8 years' time you must govern everything and take everything. No. We're doing so well. And you guys are impatient with us as if you are our members. Relax. Le re fella pelo man le a kitima. Na re sharp re grand. Maguda, pashasha. Re sharp, re grand. Because in one of the articulations, DP, they must go and read it. When we wrote documents in 2013, we said others are going to fall on the way because it's going to take long. It's going to take long. Huh? SG, it's going to take a very long time. So that once it takes over, it stays forever. Everybody would have appreciated the sweat and the hard work they've invested in it, and therefore do not allow it to die. If we want to be naughty, we can go and to DA or ANC and say, guys, put Mashaba a mayor. We want you to put Mashaba a mayor, and then he will give you positions and will vote with you. Then he will know that those things he promised first, those 18 people that he's working with, is not possible. Because every time he comes with one of those 18 to hire the municipality, say, not this one. We won't work here, not this one. Then that 18 is going to turn against him. Then those people that he promised this and that, they are going to turn against him. Then we talk again in 2024. Because the desire is to make popcorns. Yeah, chaya. So we are not in business of making popcorns. We are in it to run a revolution for a very long time. So, Oscar Jahan, please, Oscar Jahan. We are growing up together with you, Xoli. If you look at where we were and where we are, you will appreciate that these people are going very far. Getting expelled, being told they're going to be dumped in the dustbin of history, that they are nothing, and then we form a party, but no, it won't get anything, it gets 6%. They say that is the end of it. It will end with that 6%. We go to 10% national. Then after that, they say go to conference. You're going to kill each other at the conference. We go to conference, the first one, the second one. You have nothing to say. Now you are like, hey, you are not growing, man. At a pace that you will want it. You say me. I never discussed the pace with you. Don't bring your imagination to me. Leave me alone. I know how long it will take. Look at 2024. The real stuff is going to happen in 2024. And when the real stuff happens on the ruling party in 2024, the political alignment changing in the country completely, and with it, not excluding the EFF. You know, guys, by the way, all the campuses we have won them, even now. They are a VD. They are not a what. So, get it right. Yeah, so don't confuse a VD with a what. They are a VD and we are cruising properly. We are fine there. Okay, your image. My bra, I form a party, and then you come to tell me about my image of a party I formed. Everything else that they did, they saw, they knew where they were going. They knew the founder of this party is this guy. Why would it be a problem? That's number one. Number two, you say it's built on my image. Ne? It's a lie, because politics are like that. The ANC is now on the image of President Ramaphosa. It was on Mbegi's image. All political parties are like that. The president becomes the face of the party. You see a problem with the EFF, you don't see a problem with other political parties. If I leave and this guy becomes the president, he becomes the face of the EFF. The president is the face of the EFF. So, and then you say, no, why are you not building some ground people so that the ANC doesn't have those people? The reason you think they've got them is because they are mayors. The DA doesn't have such people. You started knowing Soli Musimang as a mayor. Let Awala who dance Sala Pretoria at Ridgeville. Re thomile o le tseba hore ntwe ke mayor, re ka ba mayor a selo se. The day they put him a mayor, but we never knew there was this powerful soul of DA in Tshwane. He has never been the face of Tshwane. There are no such politics. It's not true. You just want to attack the EFF. Politics are based on the party leader. Freedom Front, Groenewald. DA, Steenhuisen. IFP, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, even when it has got a president. There will be consequence management. Remember we dissolved, was it Eastern Cape DP? For performing bad. There will be consequence management here in Gauteng. But look, the story is that when we go to local government elections, we decline in Gauteng. In 2014, we did well. When we went 2016, we didn't get our numbers. We went down in 2016 from 2015. From 450 to 400. So the local government posture, we're not going to work with black parties, but we'll work with white parties, which is going to force us, by the way, to get into some concoction in Tshwane, because if we don't block that racist agenda that is going to happen in Tshwane, we might have a racist municipality being presided over in Tshwane. So the DA and Freedom Front are racist organizations. We ran a very beautiful campaign, but we believe we can still do more. And it's not only EFF exclusively, we started very late. But this is what I learned, guys, from the ground as I interact. The EFF goes to people during elections only. There is no constant, permanent interaction with people. So when you enter people's houses, bar kelena bo mang, again, bar war kerna ba EFF bar area le tseba mara le bo mang. So meaning, why are you only coming now? What was worse? It was that pandemic year, the lockdown year, where we had no activity at all. And we are a small party. We have to increase ourselves through visibility. But there was no visibility allowed because of lockdown for the whole year. And some white racist of that DA research unit, that guy, the mother was teaching at Vets, he passed away. Onselen. Van Onselen. Van Onselen even wrote an article and said, the EFF is dead. Corona killed the EFF. You see? So that year was very difficult, not only for EFF, but for political parties. And we had lined up a very nice program, very radical program, which was going to put us in permanent interaction with our people. So what did we learn? We must live amongst our people on daily basis and help them. With the intervention of the DP in the Eastern Cape, and Free State. Look at the results. I mean, we used to get a very serious hiding in the Eastern Cape and Free State. And we used to complain bitterly about Free State because it's one province where we should be cruising nicely. And it was not coming. But we are happy with the developments that are taking place there now. And we've hung 4 municipalities. And look at Mangaung, even if they can celebrate it, they know that they are being challenged seriously in Mangaung. That type of a challenge was not there in Free State because there was some clownishness that was taking place. So serious work has gone in now. Why should we take political responsibility for what? We don't create lockdowns. We don't lock people in their houses. We don't say to people, you must be this number in a gathering and refuse people to gather politically to be agitated and mobilized. When we are the ones who have been advising, uplift the lockdowns, they are no longer making sense. We are no longer going to comply with those lockdowns ourselves as the EFF. Then we must come here and take responsibility for dampened mood. No, we're not. We're not taking any responsibility. We're not ANC that takes collective responsibility. So please don't make us ANC members who take collective responsibility on things they know nothing about. So we're not part of that. We're not taking any responsibility. If anything, you must credit us that we are the only ones who tried to make it exciting. We ran a beautiful campaign. We ran an exciting campaign. We ran a clean campaign. What was this campaign about? We were trying to get people to get into the mood of the elections. We wanted the mood to be a mood of elections under very difficult lockdowns. I even made a call to the man himself and said, these things of 500 are difficult because yourself are going to be accused of flouting your own regulations. You need to increase the numbers of gatherings. We're going to elections. So I can't take responsibility for what? We are the ones who are making this. Imagine DP, if there was no EFF, it would have been worse. You must give it to us, or we made people to know the elections coming. It's the EFF that told people elections are coming, wake up. So elections and politics are some pepper. It's very difficult. This politics are difficult. You just talk analyst vonyo on TV. Let's give you one word. Leave those things of municipality. One word. That's why people win a word and get excited. They've won a municipality. Asu rekisha di peme mo rekisha black like me ya di peme. We mantwe motu ucheri chelete ka mukaya black like me ya di peme ucho etsenya ka mola ucho a wina le masipala cheri chelta bana yo and akasi recover chelete la ka ra yo ba meyara we chia kai we sponsor one man are mo gossip who declared the donations are black like me. It's a chelet. Waki sponsor yena ka chelet ya business ya. Yeban. Tabe ta politiki uta dram thar. Wa ralogela politiki. Na re tswaletswe ka moarantwe. We were born for this. Utlobona, we are still very young at 40. How old are you, DP? At 38. We're shaking them proper. Shaking well-resourced ministers, mayors, deputy ministers, councillors, all with resources. And former President Mbeki, Kiabashalane Murao like Casey and Jojo, Mbeki, Halima, Zuma, Ramaphosa, whippy. But Rababeta combined below 50%. Thou para EFF, where thou humble. no re kry-a di-call re founelwa re palela le ko ya le ka toilet di phone di a lla re tswa pleke tee monna nko bue le rona hey monna wait man, we are still processing things. Hey na ke tswa mo ke tima phone no ya ke a holiday ke kgathetse bana beso ke sebeditse bana a re ke khuje ba re founela batho ba ANC ba tshwere power ba khanya hampe. You can't touch them. They don't even answer anyone's call. Now they are calling us. They are available, ANC people. There in Ikuruleni, our last rally was going to Tshwane. Bari, research came out. They said ANC is winning 51% in Ikuruleni. We made a U-turn from Tshwane and we went to Ikuruleni. What? Ba win a guy? Barga Ikuruleni never. Let's change. Raya Ikuruleni. Whippy. Below 50%. Ania la batsibur bat sabereka or ababereki na. Para EFF,